video about it and monetizing it. So, who really won? Now, while living together, Mom and Brittany had a few arguments. I don't even remember what the arguments were about, but eventually, after an argument escalated for a while, it would get to the point where they would stop trying to resolve it and instead just try to deal as much emotional damage as possible. And this was my favorite one. I was chilling in Mom's room. Brittany came in and they started rehashing an argument from earlier that day. It escalated and they yelled for a while, then Brittany stormed off. And as she did, Mom said, "Did I ruffle a feather?"
You don't say that disrespectful to any of your other kids, and I won't stand for it! Ah!
So that was fun. Don't worry, Mom and Brittany are all good now. But in retrospect, I would say yes. Mom did indeed ruffle a feather. Now it's time to talk about Brittany's kids. My nephews, Hank, Brock, and Jack. I love my nephews. They're huge improvements from the source material. Anyways, I take being the favorite uncle very seriously. Piggyback rides, puzzles, and stuffed animals galore. I also teach them valuable life lessons. What do we do when someone is mean to us? That's right! Violence! Can you say violence?
Violence! What did that thing have?
What do we do when someone is mean to us? That's right! Violence! Can you say violence?
Violence!
Good! Be resourceful about it too. Throw rocks, bite people, push them down the stairs, all that good stuff.
Okay.
But for real, I do try to influence them positively in whatever way I can. Bad.
Bad.
Good.
Good. Uncle Bryson, are we getting paid for this?
No!
I'm a voice actor, and voice actors get paid.
No! No money for you!
You know what? I'm calling my agent.
Yeah, right, like you have an agent.
Dad!
What's wrong, buddy?
He's not paying me.
That's a lie. He's lying.
He won't pay me!
You won't pay me!
Here's a funny story for each of the boys. One time, I tied a laundry basket behind this little go-kart thing we had, and I put Hank in it, and I would drive him around the kitchen floor. It was a huge hit. He loved it. I would also do the occasional power slide, but one time I slid too hard and... So that was fun to explain to Brittany. Another time, Brittany was outside her house talking to a friend. Brock kept coming out, tugging on her arm and asking for her attention, but Brittany kept telling him to wait inside and that she would talk to him when she was done. Now, Brock is usually sweet, but this brought out the sourness in him. That's why we call him Sour Patch Kid.
You ruled the day. You neglected me, Mother.
Brittany finished talking and went to go inside, but the door was locked. Brittany told Brock to unlock it, but he just stared at her, challenging her authority. Finally, Brittany climbed through the window and yelled, "Oh, you better run!" But Brock just stood his ground and stared at her defiantly as she approached, as if to say, "I do not fear you, Mother. I'll spare you what happened next." Jack is just the cutest little sweet pea ever, but when visiting, I would often be holding him and... But what really stuck with me was when I found him trying to eat a baby wipe. I tried to take it from him, but he stared at his hand and then at me, holding tight to the wipe. I struggled against his grip as he stared.
Do you feel in charge?
Finally, I used both hands to pry his hand open. Why did a baby have me questioning my strength? I love visiting and having fun with the boys. They also watch my videos, and Hank has some of them memorized. He can quote them better than I can. Hey boys, who's your favorite uncle?
Bryson. The other uncles are cringe.
Haha, yes, I'm the best guy ever.
You know what? Don't flatter yourself, pal. I'm sick of you fishing for compliments all the time. Stop using me as a prop in your narcissistic online circus. Your whole channel is just a pathetic, thirsty attempt to fill that gaping hole in your heart. But guess what? No amount of praise can fix your massive amount of insecurity. External validation won't fix you. Have some self-awareness and go to therapy or something, you worthless little psycho.
Hank's right. Why did an adult make compliments from small children? You're cringe, buddy.
What? To end this video off, I thought me and Brittany could reminisce together about some of our other favorite memories together. Please enjoy.
Bryson and I had very different moms growing up. I had the mom who was on me. If I wanted to go anywhere, it was, who are you going with? What time are you going to be back? If you're not back by this time, then this. And now my brothers just can do whatever they want. My mom's tired. She told me she is just tired and done parenting.
Well, I never wanted to leave. I just stayed home all the time.
Yeah. I've only stolen one thing in my life, and I was about 4 or 5 years old, and we went to a fabric store, and there was a pumpkin with gum in it. My mom told me I couldn't have it. We got back in the car, and she looked at me in the rearview mirror with her piercing eyes as I was chewing bubble gum. She looked at me and said, "Brittany, what are you chewing?" And I said, "Gum." And she goes, "Where'd you get it?" And I said, "The store we were just at." She turned that car around so quickly, marched me back into the store, proceeded to make me tell the cashier that I had stolen the bubblegum. Then we left and drove next door to the police station, where she got an officer, pulled me out of the car, and asked them, "What happens if you steal?" And the police officer said, "You go to jail." And my mom turned around and looked at me and pointed and said, "She just stole a pack of gum from the fabric store." And I thought I was going to jail. Needless to say, that's the first and the last time that I stole anything.
What if the officer just arrested you on the spot? It's like, she's going to juvie, and mom's like, wait, my lesson isn't working the way I thought.
She's 5 years old. So I actually did end up in jail. I was a nurse in a jail. One time I came home from a long 16-hour shift at the jail, and I'd walk in and see Bryson sitting in the same pajamas that he's been in all day, slurping down a bowl of cereal. I'd look at him with disgust and ask, "How much money did you make today?" Let's just say he made a lot more than I did.
She's not salty or anything. Well, that was fun. In conclusion, Brittany is my favorite sister. Wait. Hey, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the merch, and while you're down there, send some love to all the amazing background artists, storyboarders, and animators on the team.
So that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to react to Harmonation's new video. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while. Goodbye.